Yeah, Lou. We're just getting started. We had one test hook. We might be figuring out a little bit on the track still because the track is soft towards the start. I heard they were gonna possibly move up the starting line for the first couple of classes. That's the one thing about running some of these really light classes in the beginning. It's really difficult getting traction. On a normal track, not alone when it's soft. I know the side closest to me was really soft. And I walked down the center and it was pretty spongy. Got a bit of rain earlier in the week. I didn't think we had that much, but they said there was enough for some standing water on the track earlier in the week. Not a huge turnout yet this morning, but decent.
We are still doing some test strokes because of the wet spot down at that end, so everybody just hang tight.
Yeah, that's pretty much where the softest spots were, I believe. How's everybody doing? I got a pretty light weekend. Not even 100% sure if I'm going anywhere else. We'll see. This is nice and close to home. So again, just joining, testing out the track. They put a bit of moisture on this side of the track, about where that tractor's sitting. They talked about moving up the starting line about 100 feet for the first few classes. think I would have. I don't know what's going on. It's a beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio. We're at the Marshallville Antique Tractor Pullers. Eastern Standard Time is 11:25 a.m. Technically, we haven't gotten started yet. We had a couple test hooks, seeing where the track's standing. I think they're taking them right back and testing it again. There's a few antique pulls going on this morning. I don't know if it's taking away some of the pullers here today or not. I know also it's getting towards the end of the year, and some of them are just anxious on tearing it apart and getting ready for next year. For a lot of places, pulling's done for the year. Some might have one more in October. I got a couple random ones in October. Oh, first weekend of October, Loudonville has a garden tractor pull Tuesday, truck pull Wednesday, antiques Friday afternoon, and more of a farm and open pull Friday evening. And Saturday, there's 2 polls that may go to either Harvest Barn or Caddis for their cancer benefit. I'm not completely sure which one I'll end up at. But that's gonna be a busy week, and I think if I go to it, Blissfield has another one Sunday. After that, it's mostly Saturdays. heck, they didn't even have an operator in there. They were testing. I think they were just really wanting to make sure they got through that soft spot. Yeah, it's me. I think they made the sled too light. That box should have been up. We're in Marshallville, Ohio. Antique club that meets the fourth Saturday of every month during the summer. I think they're having one more in October. Might be the 11th or 12th, 18. I don't know. One of them. And but no way. I don't know. I can't remember, but I don't think I can make it that day. Or if I do, I'm only coming out here for a couple hours. There's not a lot going on in October, but everything that is on Saturdays. Okay. I didn't make it to anything at Lorain County this year, but I've been to their fair quite a few times. Wellington. I think the fair stock pole got rained out, if I remember. And the other poles that they had, they kind of raised the hook fee and kind of backfired on them, and not very much showed up. And some people told me that, and I just went other places those days. But yeah, I fully planned on attending them. Needed to tighten that sled up, I think. Yeah, I've been to Bowling Green, not in a few years. I used to go pretty close to every year, but no, they don't really allow media to do their thing, so really haven't been back. And then I've started going to other fairs.
Okay, just kidding. That was still another dog test room. So that just doesn't count. So Dutch is just getting a lot of practice in. We really appreciate his patience with us. So it'll be done again.
But you know, I tend a lot more brush pulls, antiques, and stock. I think it does a lot better, a lot more for the sport. And yeah, also I think more people watch it. Discovered several years back that there's a pretty big audience for like antiques and stock pulling. Joe Goodyear. I thought he pulled heavy glasses. The box is coming up a little quicker this time.
Distance per count, 242.21 feet. 242.21 feet. Up next we have Captain Calhoun. Jack Rouse, you are on deck. Joe Goodyear, you're in the hole. And Daniel Leach, be thinking about it.
You can help out tractor pulling by double tapping the screen. Show other people that you love this kind of tractor pulling. If you like antique stock, kind of just brush pulling, you definitely want to follow my page here, Making Pulling Memories on YouTube. You get future notifications of lives and other videos I'll publish. The other day I published Carrollton from last week. It was Carroll County Antique Collectors Club, that's what they call it. Yep, it took a second to think about that one. They usually pull in October. This year they moved it up. I caught most of it. I missed the first class and a half. Because I was in Middlefield that morning. I'm still working on making the video for that one. And then I have Ashland from Friday. And I'm not quite done with those videos yet. I don't know what they do in Nebraska. Well, good for you, James. I don't drink. I got a Pepsi in my hand.
Joe Goodyear, you're on deck. Daniel Leaf, you're in the hole. And Tom Whiteley thinking about it.
Sure, I recognize that one. Welcome everybody, we're in Marshallville, Ohio for Marshallville Intake Checker Pullers. It's the club that pulls on the fourth Saturday of most of the month. I think they're going to have one more and it's going to be a different day. Different weekend, I think, in October. I'm not sure I'm going to make that one. I think there's some other pulls going on that day that I want to make. I do like coming here because this is the closest club to my home.
225.60 feet. 225.60 feet. Up next we have Daniel Lee, Tom White, you're on deck, and that will round out this class. We will then move on to Class A Division 2, where Doug Calhoun will lead us off.
Anybody got any big plans for today? Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera down some. Watching football. Going to a tractor pull. What do you got going on? I don't really watch college football. Mushroom cooking, now that's something I've not heard of too much lately. Steam? Like a steam engine? I mean, there's steam shows.
Rounding out this class will be Tom White. We will then move on to Division 2 for the 3500. Doug Calhoun, Captain Calhoun, Jack Brown, you are the first three.
I mean, pretty much got to go to a steam show, and not all of them will have them either. I mean, you just have to find a show that does them. Some steam shows will do some different things. Some will pull on a sled. I've seen some do humans versus steam tractors. I've seen steam engine versus steam engine. Everywhere's a bit different. But no, not for something like this. Not doing any steam. Might be a couple diesels later. mean, I do attend a couple steam shows a year. Middlefield, Mount Hope. Well, Mount Hope is moving next year. Gotta see what date it's gonna be. Dottie Valley. I mean, most of the Amish places have steam show. And then, I mean, I've done some other steam shows, but they usually aren't as good. They don't usually do as much. Some of them don't even have a tractor pull at all. Like the national steam show, they don't. I mean, they've had some impromptu polls, I guess, but they don't have an
Your
organized.
placings for Class A, Division 1, the 3,500-pound, 3-mile-an-hour antique class. In first place, we have Doug Calhoun. Second place, Jack Rao. Third place, Daniel Lee. Fourth place, Kathy Calhoun. Fifth place, Tom White. And sixth place, Joe Goodyear. Up next, we will be Division 2 of the 3,500-pound class. This is the 4-mile-an-hour class. Our order of go will be Doug Calhoun, Kathy Calhoun, Jack Rao, Barry Flutie, Roden Supers, and Tom White.
Oh, Portage Lakes, that's not far. I live in Canal Fulton, so I'm pretty much in between Portage Lakes and Marshallville. So we just finished the first class. It's always a little inconsistent on what classes are here, so they offer like 4 or 5 different classes, but quite often there's only about 3 of them a weight class. But you know, it's all on what shows up. If anybody wants to drive some faster speeds, I know they do go up to 12 miles an hour, but quite often they don't get anybody. Okay. I don't really know hardly anybody in Canal Fulton because I'm usually off somewhere. Most weekends I'm attending with between 2 and 5 tractor pulls somewhere. This weekend, I may not. I don't know. We'll see. Seems like they're working on something. something on the sled, I think. I don't know, I think they replaced the tires on the sled, I heard. I don't know if it was last month or the month before, one of the tires went flat. Sound like they're pounding on something. Guess we got a few minute break. Not sure what's going on. Oh, it must be pulling.
Doug Calhoun on the Calhoun Commerce. Kathy Calhoun will be up next. Jack Brown, you're on deck. Mary Clooney, you're in the hole. And Rose Cooper, you think about it.
Oh, they didn't go very far that time.
that or redoing it? Are we counting that or redoing that? Distance for Doug, 65.13 feet. Up next, we have Kathy Calhoun. Jack Brown, you're on deck. Mary Flutie, you're in the hole. And Ronan Supers, keep thinking about it.
They were moving in the first class. Now they're not going too far.
Distance for Kathy, 58.37 feet. Up next, we have Jack Brown. Mary Flutie, you're on deck. Ronan Supers, you're in the hole. And Tom White, keep thinking about it.